Well, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Tenant Farmer. My name, as always, is David. I hope you're doing very, very well indeed. You join me here as we are about to really swing into full speed for our haymaking here. We are just stacking up the first fields that we baled into little square bales. Then we grouped them up into bales of 14 small bales. And we're just going to leave them in the field for a day or two, just to breathe, just to get a bit of air coming through them so they don't sweat when we start to stack them up. But yeah, so it's not going too badly at all, considering this field didn't really have too many inputs of our own onto here, because we only took it over earlier in the year. It's looking good. So we're going to leave these stacked up in the field, like I say, for a day, maybe 2 days. We're going to take the round bales away as well, because they were done a little bit ahead of time. So they've had a little bit longer, and there's not too many of those anyway, so we might be able to keep them on the trailer just for a day back at the yard. But yeah, these don't have to be stacked very well. We're just stacking them up so we don't have them all on the deck, and that will be good. There's one over there, and then there's this one here. That should be it. And as you can see just over there, that field is ready to go. We raked it up this morning. We're going to get the baler in there with the stacker as well, and then we'll be laughing really onwards and upwards. So it's going to be a busy day, lots to do, lots of different machines to drive here. It looks like might be getting a bit of help to come and drive the auto stacker, which would be nice, or maybe you'll stick them into the baler, I don't know, but we'll see. And we'll see how that goes. But for now, at least, I'm just doing a few quick little jobs around the place here, getting this all ready to go so that we can then make a bit more progress. We'll grab this other round bale over here, and then that's the field looking pretty good. All the square bales are going to go into the Dutch barn over there, so that will be something that we look to get done. I don't know, the weather's looking good, so we're in no real rush to get them brought in, but it'll be nice to get them done all in one go there in the course of the week. So we'll see, but there's plenty of opportunity there. For now though, just want to get this field cleared so that we can, when we have some slurry available, we can bring it in, get it put straight onto the field there. Because right now, ideally, we'd like to get a second cut out of this year. I just don't know what that looks like in terms of any inputs we're going to put into that in terms of fertilizer. We've used up all of our slurry lagoon on the meadow field there, so we'll have to see. But it is an option. Whoop! No weight in the back. That was nearly a disaster. Let's just save it somehow. And we'll just stack these about here. It's been a glorious week, really, in terms of the weather for us here. Absolutely can't fault it whatsoever. So we've made some real nice progress as a result of that. And then we'll be hoping to carry on. The Fiat is currently on our baler. And that's been ticking along in there quite nicely. And then we got the 60. The 5480 is on our auto stacker there. Or 5475, beg your pardon. And yeah, that's looking pretty darn handy too. So all in all, really can't complain. It's been going quite well. And touch wood, it continues to. But yeah, it's a fascinating little journey thus far. And we'll take that off there. So we'll get the rest of these stacked up. We might even leave this trailer here for now. Just leave the bales on the wheels rather than on the deck. And then we'll be good. But we are going to keep pushing through, get the rest of this field cleared. Rescue this bale from the hedge line here. And then it's going to be onwards with some classic small square baling. It's going to be a good ride. Alright, so then we've got our trailer load of round bales back to the yard there. They can sit there. We're not going to need to use that trailer again for a little bit, but they're going to be fine there until we can get them in the shed. It doesn't do them any harm, just leave them on the wheels for the time being. And then, yeah, we are off in our mighty Fiat. My nephew's coming to drive the 5470 soon, apparently. We'll see how quickly he turns up. And then, yeah, we're going to be away. So what we can look to do is go and get a bit of a head start, really, if we can. Saying that, he'll probably arrive just as we kind of get ourselves to the field there, but that's fine. Anyway, we need to go and take this whole beast down. It's nice to stick the baler onto this. It handles it fine. There's no issues there, but it's also just gets the tractor doing something more than just lugging a feeder around the yard. And it's a great little baler tractor, actually. It works very well. This used to be, many years ago, this used to be my old man's primary machine, actually. The tractor for the yard for everything, so it's nice that it can get out into the field and blow some cobwebs off on the road as well, get into a higher gear just to, spool things up really, and it doesn't do it any harm at all in my mind, so that's always handy. Baler is in fine form. Of course, we had this sent away to the dealers just to have a few repairs done on a bit of a service up. And it's singing, really. Just starting to take some of the paint off the metalwork as well and the new parts there. And it's getting a bit of a shine on, and it's working nicely. Which is fantastic, really. And yeah, this field will take us a couple of hours to bale, I would suggest. But it's a good starting point. With this one done as well, we're about a third of the way through the first cut of hay. And then we'll have 2 bigger fields to mow down there. Likely they'll get done, depending upon how we're looking and finishing today. We might even jump onto that this evening. Will involve swapping loaders and tractors around and putting mowers onto different things. But if we can get the headlands knocked down just on the next 2 fields along there, that'll be a pretty big step. I like that. And then yeah, we can see how we're looking. But yeah, the weather has been remarkably good for us so far this year. I don't know if we can expect that to continue or if we're going to see any changes, but for the meantime, we will very much see. Alright, now this gateway has always proven a bit more of a challenge than I would have perhaps liked it to have been. Looking good that way. Oh, we're good. Nailed it. Bit too far that way though. And around the tree, this whole field now, or the fields that we've created from this one big expansive area, are really starting to look quite good. Good bit of foliage coming through here. The trees are taking hold, and it's looking fantastic there. We will at some point look to get hedges down that fence line as well, and that is going to be part of the next year's application for our environmental schemes that we're going into there. So if that all goes through, this will look like a really transformed area, and I'm fingers crossed that it will. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. But for right now, yeah, like I say, we've just got to get the baler in and get ourselves ready to go, really. And as you can see, there doesn't look like there's too much grass on the other side of this set, though. That's my one concern. Really starved of much in terms of fertilizer, really, over the past year. Just having to take our time up here because the baler is a little bit wide to get up here, so we're having to hug this fence line. Noticing though that this grass really isn't that tall. It looks like it could have done with a bit more of something. That fence post there, but yeah, it could have done with a little bit of extra something coming into it in terms of inputs. But here we are. That's what we've got to work with now. I think we might be best. We might be best just reversing into this one, in all honesty. So we'll give that a go. Just a little bit too acute of an angle to get in any other way, I think. Nailed it. Through all the tree there as well, but we're in. We are in. And alright, the bale is all folded out, ready to go, pretty much. Perfect. So, we're just going to see when we can expect this nephew of mine to come over. And if he's coming soon, we'll hang fire. And if not, we'll just get a start, I think. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are good and going now. It is a little bit of a struggle to get going here. We've got the nephew on the auto stacker. A little bit of teething issues actually today. Something wasn't quite working right with the stacker, but it looks like we're flying now. We're just going to take a line out the middle of the field here. We've got one more outside headland to do. I just need to get on a better angle to take that one down. But otherwise, everything's working here, really. Cruising along nicely. Field is in plenty of control. Just ticking along and getting this all done. So nice and easy, really, today. And now, at least it seems, everything so far is going all right. We had a little bit of an issue trying to unload the last or the first pack of bales that we made, so we'll have to stick close to that one and see as we get close to the being full again just how that works. So we might actually be there about now. And yeah, once again, it's just not unloading, so we just need to do a little bit of fiddling around with this, see why that is the case. And all right, just like that, it looks like we are good. I have to figure out why that's happening, but we're already loaded next to in. Nice tight pack of bales, 14 in a big bale there, really, if you like. And yeah, it's gonna look, it's gonna be a treat. So we'll jump on in, and we'll get going again. Hopefully, we don't have to keep stopping like that every time we need to load a bale out. But you know what? I guess we'll see how we get going. We're gonna take a bit of a hard left here as soon as we finish this one. And then we'll take out this last headland here, really. And after that, it's just gonna be nice and straightforward. A nice, straight, long rows. Swaths are looking good as well. Rick's done a lovely job just getting those all tied up. So, yeah, we'll be on. And then this field, really, if it all goes like this, and hopefully the auto stacker starts to behave itself, it won't take us too long to get done at all. And then we are away. But yeah, nice to really get going here. As you can see, fear is just ticking along very, very nicely indeed. And we can't have any complaints here at the moment. There we go. Nephew's getting the hang of that. We're all looking good. Nice to have someone else to come in and help here, just to speed things up really a little bit for me. Sure, I could get this done on my own, but it just means that we can, well, we can really push along here, and it just gets that job done that bit faster. And otherwise, it's just another thing that we have to consider. But otherwise, you know, I think we'll get this field done nice and quickly. The way this is progressing, I think we will end up knocking down a headland or two with the in the next two fields over, just to get a start. We're laughing there, really. We'll be in great nick. Let me know if you're on with any baling of your own there at the moment as well, and how that's going if you are, and what that looks like. But otherwise, yeah, we're looking pretty handy. I'm hoping that we can get as close to, I would love to say about 100 of these big bales, which are going to be a bit of a task. But if we can get 100 of those, that's 1,400 mini bales. So that would be epic. That would be a really good start to this project here, really, and it would allow us to really build on and get a good vantage point going in terms of what we want to do with this equine industry diversification there. And are we? Oh, we're struggling again there. I'm going to have to go and have a little check-in. If you'd also like to pay attention to the ridiculous moustache combination that my nephew's decided to sport, fair play to him, but why? Just why? Anyway, on we go. Let's get the PCO back engaged there again, and off we go. Yeah, so we are at the moment at least, until we can get someone to come and have a look at that auto stacker. It looks like I have to get out and manually do that ourselves, which is not ideal, but hey, we'll make it work somehow. And this is just the end of the second headland there, and then we'll be on to the swaths where this field will really get taken down quite quickly, I think. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. But otherwise, really, that's going to be it for us today. We're just going to keep pushing through here, see what we can get done, see how much we can get done, and then move on. We're starting to see, yeah, we're really getting going here right now. As I mentioned there, I was looking to get 100 of those big bales, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's about 9 stacks in that field over the road, over the hedge line there. So, yeah, we're about 10% of the way through that target, which means there's plenty more for us left to do. So we've got to keep going there, and this is where we desperately need to look to try and get some form of second cut out of this this block and also the other side, and we shall see how that looks. But for right now, I'm going to have to jump out and have a look at that once again, and we will see what this looks like to get this finished up. So we'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching as always. I do hope you have enjoyed. From the ridiculous moustache sporting sideburn nephew and myself, thank you very much for watching. I have been David. This has been the Tenant Farmer, and we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.